Before the world called him the fifth Beatle, George Martin had already shaped the band's destiny. Behind every harmony, every innovation, every masterpiece, there were rules, principles, and quiet lessons he used to guide four young musicians toward greatness. These are the 10 rules that secretly molded the Beatles into legends. Number 10. Every take must mean something. George Martin never allowed the Beatles to record casually. Every take had to be intentional. No lazy run-throughs, no half-hearted attempts. This discipline forced the band to focus deeply, even when trying experimental ideas. John had to give full emotion, Paul had to shape melodies clearly, George had to refine his tones, and Ringo had to lock into the groove from the first second. Because of this rule, even early takes felt alive and honest. Legendary moments, like the raw intensity of Twist and Shout, came from Martin's belief that sincerity mattered more than perfection. The result? A catalog filled with genuine, emotionally charged performances. Number 9. No song is finished until it's better than yesterday. Martin pushed the band to refine everything. Lyrics, harmonies, solos, arrangements. Good wasn't good enough. Paul often revisited bass lines for hours. George reworked guitar parts until they sang. Even John sharpened lyrics under Martin's guidance. This rule elevated simple songs into timeless pieces. Tracks like In My Life, Eleanor Rigby, and Yesterday became masterpieces because Martin encouraged revision, not pressure. His perfectionism was gentle but firm, teaching the Beatles the value of improvement. And it gave their music a depth that still resonates today. Number 8.
Experiment, but with purpose. The Beatles loved pushing boundaries, but Martin kept their creativity meaningful. He only encouraged experiments that strengthened the song's emotion. That's how tape loops, orchestral explosions, backwards guitars, and psychedelic textures appeared, not as gimmicks but as storytelling tools.
When John wanted surreal, dreamy worlds or Paul wanted cinematic drama, Martin translated vague ideas into precise musical forms. This rule ensured that innovation never became chaos. Everything had intention, everything served the moment. It's why Beatles' studio tricks still feel fresh, not outdated. Number 7. Let emotion lead the arrangement. Martin taught them that arrangements must follow feeling, not ego. If a song needed strings, he added strings. If it needed simplicity, he stripped it down. That philosophy created the beauty of Yesterday, the haunting atmosphere of Eleanor Rigby, and the dramatic swell of A Day in the Life. The band learned that emotional truth always beats technical flash. Through this rule, Martin expanded their musical language far beyond rock and roll. Number 6. Use the studio as an instrument. Before it became normal, Martin encouraged treating the studio like a creative playground. Microphone placement, tape speed, echo chambers, all became tools to shape new worlds of sound. This turned Abbey Road into a laboratory of imagination. Songs like Tomorrow Never Knows and Strawberry Fields Forever simply wouldn't exist without this rule. It redefined what recording could be. Number 5. Respect each other's strengths. Martin kept the band united by reminding them to trust one another's abilities. Paul's melodic instinct, John's raw emotion, George's sensitivity, Ringo's feel, each mattered. This rule prevented personal tensions from damaging the music, especially during difficult sessions. He taught them that diversity made their sound powerful. Number 4. Lyrics must carry weight. Martin pushed the band to make their words meaningful. He challenged John to deepen his imagery, Paul to refine his storytelling, and George to sharpen his spiritual reflections. Because of this, Beatles' lyrics matured rapidly, moving from simple romance to poetic introspection. This rule guided songs like Nowhere Man, Across the Universe, and Blackbird. Number 3. Take risks. Greatness lives there. Martin encouraged bold choices. Unusual chord progressions, unexpected bridges, genre shifts, and emotional leaps. Penny Lane, I Want to Hold Your Hand, and Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite all grew from this philosophy. He believed safety kills creativity, a rule that defined the band's fearless evolution. Number 2, always serve the song, not the ego. If something didn't help the song, Martin removed it. No matter who wrote it, no matter whose idea it was. This rule kept the group disciplined during sessions and prevented unnecessary clutter. It's why Beatles arrangements feel tight, purposeful, and timeless. The music always came before personal pride. Number 1, dream bigger than anyone thinks possible. Martin's most important rule was simple: nothing was impossible. Whether John wanted a circus, Paul wanted an orchestra, George wanted Indian textures, or Ringo wanted a new feel, Martin found a way. He enlarged their imaginations, turning crazy ideas into historic achievements. This rule is why the Beatles transformed from a rock band into a cultural phenomenon. George Martin didn't just produce the Beatles. He shaped their vision, discipline, confidence, and creative courage. His rules didn't limit them. They freed them. And without these principles, the band we know today simply wouldn't exist.